Hi, so right now we're going to actually go over my second favorite looping mechanism, and this is called for each loops. Now, for each loops, they loop through all of the elements of a collection. Now, that collection is actually a very vague term, and this can include many different things, including what is known as what our new collection is, which is like a data type. It also includes worksheets that are in a workbook. It also includes some cells and a range of cells. But this actually is a very vague scenario. Just think in general, whenever there are a group of things that have like things together, you can be looping through them using a for each loop. Now, the common factor in each is that each element has to be similar to each other so that you can actually use this loop effectively. Now, the amount of times loop through depends on the number of times or how many items are actually in the collection. So the syntax for this is we're actually doing a for each item in a collection of items, use the next item as the last part. So the for each here are the keywords, in's a keyword, and next is a keyword. So let's go through an example here so you can actually see what this is actually like. So our for each example right now, what we're doing is we're defining item as a variant. I generally like to make item defined as a variant in many of my big projects because that's really my go-to variable. And we're also going to define call as a new collection. So just making this real quick, I understand that I'm spelling banana incorrectly. I'm not going to change that. For each item in the collection, we're just going to print this item out. So we can see here, apple, orange, banana, and sub. Pretty simple. But what if we want to do something that's kind of actually useful? And we can actually work through each one of our worksheets here. So you can see here right now it says sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. What I can do is I can actually define WS as this worksheet data type, and we have some index as an integer. So what I'm doing is I'm actually saying for each worksheet in my active workbook, and I'm looking at the sheets in my active workbook. Again, a collection of things corresponding to one thing. We're going to do an index one, plus 1, and then we're actually going to change this name down here to panda 1. And voila. So that's just a quick way of how it could actually be effective. Using for each loops can be used when looping through ranges and looking for something in any type of worksheet. So it's very good for searching for things and also very good for making things very simple in looping.